Good morning, traders. It's Trader Rob. Today is Wednesday, August 21st. We've got tons of high impact news this morning, including we've got payroll, BLS annual payroll revisions. We've got that's at, I believe, at 9 a.m. Yep, 9 a.m. Central Time. We've got oil inventory report at 9:30 a.m. And then we got the big kahuna FOMC meeting minutes at 1 p.m. Central Time. Let's see how we can navigate the markets with our morning strategies and get into the levels right after the intro. As always, nothing that I state on my channel is financial advice. Trading futures or any type of trading is risky business. Any capital that is put out there is at risk for loss. All right, really quickly, we'll just revisit trades from yesterday. Absolutely no trade set up on the 15-minute Rob reversal yesterday. We did have a bunch of setups that showed up, but none of them met our conditions. We did have a setup to go short. Let's see if I can blow this up here a little bit. We did have a setup to go short at the 10:30 15-minute candle, but this did not get activated. Remember, your entry to go short would be one tick below the low of this candle, and the next candle does not breach it, and then it turns into an up bar, which automatically would cancel out this strategy. We get a setup to go short, closes above the 80 MA, no trade. And then after that is after our session time. We did pretty well yesterday with our trading. I think it was up 600 and I want to say 660, 664, if I'm not mistaken. Let's take a look at how I was able to accomplish that. We did not have a setup in oil session 1. We did get a setup in oil session 2. We got an inside bar at 920, 925. Your stop goes at the top of your source bar. 24 ticks was your profit target, and we hit full take profit there, 240 bucks. And in gold, sorry about that. And in gold, we had, here we go. Let me stretch this out so we can see it a little bit easier. We had an inside bar at 815, 820. We got activated into the long. 32 ticks was your stop loss, which goes at the bottom of your source bar. Full take profit, or 320 bucks. Really nice trade. Did take a trade on the levels yesterday, and it was a smaller trade, smaller position size trade. So yesterday had a really nice green day. As far as the levels this morning, first off, be extremely cautious, obviously, with a super high impact news day like this morning. We got 3 high impact news reports, so you've got to be very cautious. I would not be trading the 15-minute Rob reversal. I probably am not going to even have it activated here this morning. There's possibilities of maybe some trades early on in the session, but just looking at this over the last 4 to 5 years, there is usually a lot of range markets that keeps happening leading into FOMC. A lot of kind of jacking for position, and you just might be a day where you just take the day off on the equity side. And similarly on the commodities markets in gold and oil, gold should be okay to trade this morning. But you have to be extremely careful with that oil session 2 during oil inventory. Even though we had a very profitable trade last week during oil session 2, if you guys remember that trade, it was live. I had that on live stream. It was a very nerve-wracking trade, but in the end was profitable. Taking a look at the NQ, we've got 3 5-minute levels above us. One at 908, 897, and 865. We've got a 15-minute level at 856 and a 15-minute level at 815. I do have this setup put up here this morning. Possible short off of the 856. Stop loss a little bit past your 865 5-minute level, and retargeting this 15-minute level at 19,815. Again, I'm going to give you the same warning that I gave you guys yesterday and the day before. Obviously the NQ likes to spike, especially right at the equities open at 8:30 Central Time. It's about an hour before the markets open here, so just be careful with this setup. And we've got a 5-minute level at 794 and 771. Now we do have some more levels below us at 682 and 603, a 15-minute level. Now obviously I know that is pretty far away from price action, but on a high impact news day like today, don't be surprised if we start seeing the extremities of these levels and their ranges while price action is developing. And on the ES, we've got a 15-minute level at 56.42, a 5-minute level that we're currently tapping into. It's been tapped into quite a few times here this morning, so maybe not the strongest level here yet, plus really no good stop loss above here, so not a trade setup that obviously I marked out. 15-minute level at 56.23, and then 3 consecutive 5-minute levels at 56.17, 14, and 11. And we have a setup on the 15-minute level at 55.97. Same setup as yesterday. Obviously, price action has not come down here yet. Could possibly see that during FOMC leading up to it. We'll have to see. And again, aggressive target at 56.11. That's about 14 points. Very easy to do on the ES, especially on a high impact news day. Again, if there's a new level that forms on the 5 or the 15-minute, you can obviously retarget that new level or that fresh level as price action begins to develop. And then we've got a 5-minute level at 55.89 here this morning. Those are the levels. Thank you so much for the comments from the videos from yesterday and the day before. Seems like the levels are helping quite a few traders, navigate the markets. And even if you're not trading these levels as a, on a rejection of a level and taking a trade, for some traders that it might even help them on their own personal strategies, where to see where, there's a good possibility of reactions in the marketplace. You might want to couple that in with your personal strategy, whatever that might be, and that might help out traders as well. So with that, I'm hoping we get some green here this morning. I'm going to be cautious, and I'm going to be looking to see what price action here does at the morning bell. Stick around for my recap at the end of the day. See you guys.